Sanhedrin Daf Petet Amud Aleph, 36 lines down by the right after the Gemara starts. Minan, where do we see that these halachot that we just mentioned, that the three avirot regarding prophecy are killed by Hashem, and three avirot killed by prophecy are killed by Betin. That episode refers to a person who prophesied something he didn't hear. That which that means it's a prophecy that he's saying that was sent to a different prophet. That is, this person is making a prophecy in the name of Avodah Zarah. Says, who that prophet shall die. Whenever it says a regular death without saying what it is Henek. That's how we know those three deaths are Henek. Hakavesh Nuato, someone who hides his prophecy, or someone ignores the prophet, or a prophet goes against what he own prophesies. Goes against that, Hashem kills them. It means we pronounce it like lo yashmi'a, which means he hides his own prophecy. Lo will not listen to me. Pasuk says Hashem will punish him personally. One prophesies that she didn't hear. The pasuk over there refers to a case where he heard someone else's prophecy and he took it as his own. Gemara says, what should Tzidkiah could have done? Ruach Navot Ati Ate. The spirit of Navot is this in the prophecy they confused him, they tricked him. It's even Hashem mi v'fater ahab ve'al v'pul b'ramot Gilad ve'yetzer ruach ve'yamul v'nei Hashem ve'yamur ani aftatenu ve'yomer tevateh v'gam tuchal tzeh v'aseh. All right, they relied on 400 prophets, and then they asked another prophet, a spirit, and the spirit lied to them. Gemara says, Mardas, so therefore he says, what's going on? Might say, what do you mean they went out? Leave from me. It says Hashem banished the Ruach for doing that. Now, what's going on? So we said, how can Tzidkiah be accused of false prophecy if he was tricked by the lying Ruach? The Gemara says, he should have checked. That means Yitzhak says, one signal can come to several Nevi'im. But two prophets will not say the exact same prophecy word verbatim. Ovadia Amar says, Zidon lebecha heshiecha. Yirmi Amar tiflatzecha heshi otach zidon lebecha. Both Pesukim are teaching you the concept that Edom will be destroyed, but they use different words. We see, yes, you can learn the same concept from different Nevi'im, but the words will be different. And these 400 prophets that told that Ahab used to tell him that he was going to do well, it sounds like they didn't say anything that was true. So there we say maybe he didn't know about Rabbi Yitzchak that they can't say verbatim. For 1 second, Yehoshaphat was there, and he knew that they lied. And they know other prophet of God. I said, no, there's so many prophets. They have 400 of them. Malay said, no, means that I know they're all liars because they're all saying the same thing verbatim, and that's impossible. The person who prophesies is that which is not Satan but different prophet. This prophet, Yirmiyah was prophesying in the upper part of the marketplace in Jerusalem, and he said, this is referring to the destruction of nations, including Elam in Persia. Tis the season. Elam only came to fight against Bnei Israel, only to assist Bavel's war against the Jews. Marcus Baruch Hu, an initial bet to Keshet Elam and Hashem to destroy them. So therefore Bavel themselves for sure be destroyed. Therefore, he went to the Arba'am part of the marketplace and he made an announcement. Ko Amar Hashem, Shavarti all Melech Bavel. He said he prophesied that Bavel was for sure going to get destroyed. The Gemara says, Amar he's like, no, that's not true. Nothing was said to him. Not only would he made that up, he made a kavachomer. So nothing was said to him, not the other thing. The first thing we mentioned, Elam was mentioned to Yirmiyah. But Hananiah made a kavachomer and he said something else. That's a different type of process completely. He made up his own thing. Once we know that kavachomer can be used to learn Torah, therefore it's as if it was said to Yirmiyahu, therefore Hananiah didn't hear it directly. Okay. I'm not mentioning the Lord going to the Baal. One prophesies the name of Al like the im of the Baal, with the Navi. Hakadosh Yema told someone who hides his prophecy, going to Rabbi Amitai like Yonah, who famously did not want to go to Nineveh. Mavatel al Navi, this one ignores the words of Navi. For example, Chabred Micha, the friend of Micha, it says, V'ish Yecham ibn Navi Maharad Hashem. Hakini Navi Me'en Ha'ish Lahakto, Uktiv Yamalo, Yana Shed Shemata, he ignored what he said, and he got punished, and he got killed by a lion. The Navi Shabal the Atzmo, the Navi goes against his own words. Gon Aido Navi Yativ, like Ido. So it says, Ki Chen Siva Oti, Uktiv Yamalo, Gamani, Navi Kamocha, Uktiv Yoshavito, Uktiv Yelach means El Aria. Pasuk says that Ido, the Navi, prophesied they not eat or drink, you have to fast. And he ended up meeting someone else who ate there, and he ended up eating there, going against his own word, and he got eaten by a lion. Tama kama de Rabbi Hizda. Hakovesh nu atol okay, as someone who hides his prophecy shall get malkut. Amar Lei says, Man da achil tamred abdulas laki. How are you supposed to tell? Every guy is eating something, eating dates. What how are you supposed to know? It says, Man who will warn him not to hide your prophecy. The only way you'll know is if he prophesied it. He says, No. Marbiya, how many of the other prophets will know? منايا how they know Arabia ki الكتيب look he يعصى Hashem Elohim davar ki im gelal sado. Other Nevi'im will know that when someone else was prophesying, much as Vidima Hadrabe, maybe Hashem will retract it. Much as the Hadrabe, oh, they have it in the middle of the Neve. If Hashem retracted the prophecy, then all prophets will know. The one says, Vahayonade Hadrabe, Viladu, now, when he was told that the Nineveh will get destroyed because they didn't do the Shuvah, they ended up doing the Shuvah and they were not destroyed. But Yonah wasn't notified that it was that the punishment was retracted. Where it says, Yonah was told that Nineveh will be overturned, but that doesn't mean destroyed. It could be good or bad, and they turned it into good. Someone who goes disregard what the Navi said. How do you know that it'll be destroyed? How do you know it'll be destroyed? Because the prophet could give him a sign. We know that Micha, he didn't give his friend a sign when he told him the prophecy to kill him, and the man was still punished. The Gemara says, when he's already known as a Navi, then you don't need a sign. You already have signs, you have your history. Because if that's the case, because when Abraham tried to sacrifice Yitzhak, how can Yitzhak listen to him? There was no sign. Must be that he already established. Eliab and Harakamel, when he wanted to go against the Nevi'eh Baal, he brought a korban outside Beit HaMikdash. It was through a Navi. But the only way you could do that, listen to him without a sign, is because Eliyahu was already established. Elech, the Makal Shani, must be that when he's already established, it's a difference. Okay, but yeah, now we mentioned the Akedat Yitzhak. After things happen, Hashem told Abraham to offer Yitzhak now. What do you mean after the word? After the word is Satan. The Tzibah says, after Yitzhak was born, Abraham made a party. Satan came to Hashem and said, Hashem, you gave this old man of 100 years old a child. He made a big party. He didn't bring anything for Kabban for you. He didn't make the party for his son. If I were to tell him to sacrifice your son that I actually gave him for me, therefore Hashem tested him to show the Satan that he was right. Hashem said, take your son. This is he was begging him. It's a comparison, like a parable would be the story of a king, a regular king that he had many wars and he had one champion that won all the battles. I mean, one day, he had a very powerful war. Amarlo told his warrior, please fight this war because otherwise everybody will say that the other wars you only fought because it was easy. So those are two. I tested you many tests. Told Avram, please pass this test because otherwise people are going to say that the other test meant nothing. It bin necha. Hashem said, take your son. Shnei banim yeshli. Abraham said, I have two sons. Et yihidecha, your special one, your only one. He said, each wife has one son. Asher b'ahavta, you love. I said, I love. Abraham said, I love both. Et Yitzchak. Hashem said, okay, Yitzchak. How come Hashem had to say that so? How come Hashem had to drag it out like that? How come he didn't start off by saying Yitzchak? So that Abraham should not be shocked. Okay. كده Satan derech, Satan came over to him on the road to Abraham and said, Amar and he said, דבר אליך תדעה, הנה יסוד רבים בידיהם ולפחות תחזק קשה יקמו אליך, כי אתה תבוא אליך ותראה. Yet Satan tried to say that it's not a real test. Hashem wouldn't do this to you. Amar lo, he said back to him, V'ani b'tumi elecha, I'm going to go perfectly as Hashem told me to do, I'm going to do it. Amar lo, Satan said to him, Halo yiratecha ki slatecha. You're not worried? Maybe you're going to slaughter Yitzchak. People are going to say, look at this religion, they're not going to do it anymore. Amar lo, Abraham said back to him, Zechor naki, hu naki avet. Whatever is lost is lost. That's their decision. Not my calculation. Kevin that has a little cash maybe once so they didn't listen to me try something else. Amarla said to him, he said, I heard I heard by the curtain by Hashem. I said that you'll bring an animal for Kabbalah, not Yitzchak, telling him that he's not going to do it. Amarla said to him, he's like, this is, you're a liar. And liars, even if you're telling the truth, I can't believe you. You're the boy who cried wolf. You told me many things. Now I can't believe you. The Gemara says, what pasuk is after the words that happened? What words? Ishmael to Yitzchak. Amar Ishmael Yitzchak, Ishmael to Yitzchak. Ani gadol mincha mitzvot. I'm greater than you. Shata ma'ata ben shmatim. You got brit milah when you're 8 years old. V'ani ben shlosheh we got circumcised when I was 13 years old. Much more painful. Amar Yitzchak to him, Ube'ever echad ata megard bi. You're challenging me because of one limb that you sacrificed. If Hashem said, sacrifice yourself completely before me, I would do it. Miyad Belkim Nitzat Abraham, therefore Hashem tested Abraham. Tenurah, Navi Shehdiach Beskila, a prophet who caused Oli B'du Avzera is Chayav Sekila. Rabbi Shlomo says, Hanek, strangulation. But the Cheir Nidacha Beskila, the people who have Ir Nidachat, cause Ir Nidachat sin Sekila. Rabbi Shimon Hanek, Rabbi Shimon says Hanek. Navi Shehdiach Beskila, prophet says other Sekila, Kamatin Adran, why does he hold that? He learns the word hadacha from a mesit, a regular instigator, to a missionary. Marlon Skila, just like over there, is Sekila. Afghan Skila, over here is Sekila. Rishon. Meta, Pasuk says, Mita by the Navi. V'chol mita b'Torah stam, ene b'Hanek. And whenever it says death by the Torah, it means Hanek. People who cause the Ir Nidacha to sin is the get stoning. My time at the Hakam, Gamra Hadacha, Mesit Neved. They learned the Gzera Shava from either the same wording by the city or the Navi, and I learned it. Rabbi Shimon, Gamra Hadacha Navi, learns from Navi, and over there, just like he said over there with Hanek, so it's over Hanek. The one says, okay, the Gemara says to learn from the Mesit instead. That'd be Sikila. He says, no. I'd rather learn between one person who's getting a lot of people and another person who's getting a lot of people, like the city and the prophet. The end, I'm not going to do Zerah from a public person to a private person. I need a one-on-one. Learn a common guy to another common guy, the people of the city and the single instigator, versus not from a common guy and a prophet. Rabbi Shimon says no. Once this prophet is doing causing in he's obviously a commoner. Rabbi Chizda says mahloket be'oker haguf David kachavim. The mahloket between Rabbi Shimon and Chachamim is regarding a prophet who is saying that he prophesied to completely cancel the avera of Avodah Zarah. The kiyum mixat b'util mitzvat or and also someone who's prophesying that he's changing the halachot of the Avodah Zarah. Says that you shall not go away from the path. Said that even partial of the path. But if the prophet is trying to uproot a different type of mitzvah, everybody gets henek because that's just a false prophet, not a prophet that's trying to cause someone to do Avodah Zarah. The kiyum mitzvah, and he's trying to prophesy that he's changing a mitzvah, then he's patur from the capital punishment. Still abra, but not death. Matir Ravuna says the question. Lalechel, it says you shall go. Zoom this is a positive commandment to a prophet that's trying to cause a sin. Bah zoom mitzvot says a negative commandment. Vita that would come in and run something that is asin by Avodah Zarah. What kind of positive commandment would you do with Avodah Zarah? Yeah, don't do Avodah Zarah, don't do this, don't do that. But what kind of positive commandment would apply by Avodah Zarah? The Gemara says, your positive commandment to break the Avodah Zarah. Okay. Is regarding to a prophet who's trying to cancel the entire um, commandment. Ben Abdul Rahim ben Mishra Mitzvot, whether it's an Abdul or any mitzvah. The Q mitzvah is between mitzvah Abdul Rahim, or if he's trying to change partial of the Azra, the Rahman min derech is min derech atzim mitzvah derech even partially. Ava Q mitzvah between mitzvah, but partial nullification or changing of any mitzvah, divrei kavatur patur. Then we're done. Hamid Nabil Akor the Torah is anyone trying to make a prophesize to abolish something from the Torah, any mitzvah, chayav death penalty. Like mitzvah mitzvah to change part of mitzvah. Rabbi Shimon Pater Rabbi Shimon Zapatur. Udachavim regarding Avodah Zarah. I feel Omer Hayom Ibviduha L'Machabat Lo. Even if he says tomorrow worship Avodah Zarah and cancel tomorrow, Divrei Kol Chayav. Everybody would agree you're Chayav. Now the problem is the Braita knocks out both opinions because we said he just said now that if a guy is trying to knock out a mitzvah completely, everybody agrees that there's no machloket. However, we said there is machloket according to the Huna. Also, the Braita says that for canceling a part of the mitzvah besides Avodah Zarah, Rabbi Shimon would say you're patur, meaning Hachamim would say you're chayav. But we said he is chayav. So this Braita goes against everything we just said until now. Where it says Abaye savar la krev hista u'miteres la krev hista. Rava savar la krev humna v'miteres la krev humna. What's going on? Abaye savar la krev hista u'miteres la krev hista. He holds like Rav Hizda and explains like Rav Hizda. How? Someone's trying to knock out something from the Torah besides Avodah Zarah. He gets hanek. Like if he tries to change or nullify part of mitzvah, Rabbi Shimon Bator, Rabbi Shimon Bator, also Hamid would agree to that. Regarding Avodah Zarah, even if he said today worship it and tomorrow you'll cancel it, the Avodah Zarah chayav is chayav. More kidlitle, Rabbanan would hold that he'd get sekila, or more kidlitle, and Rishon would hold he would get hanek. Rava savar la kirahamuna, Rava savar la kirahamuna. The matres la kirahuna yihola kirahuna. The matres la bela akor the someone's trying to prophesize to cancel something with Torah. Ben of the Rachim ben Mishamatzot, whether or not it's from Avodah Zarah or any other mitzvah, chayav b'chamita. More kidlitle, more kidlitle. Hamim would hold that he gets sekila, and Rishon would hold that he would get hanek. If he's making a Navi to prophesy and to change a part of mitzvah besides Avodah Zarah, Rabbi Shimon Pater Rishon's Patur, why did Nabaran also Hamim would agree to that? Regarding Avodah Zarah, if he says, worship it only today and then cancel tomorrow, he's still chayav. More Kedle Rabban would hold that it's sekila, or more Kedle than Rabbi Shimon would hold that it is hanek. In every case, Navi tells you, go against the Torah, Shemar you should listen to him. Quotes except for regarding Avodah Zarah. Even if his sign is that he's gonna stop, he stops the sun and the spot in the sky, don't do Avodah Zarah. Tanakh says, the Torah should be understood through everybody regarding Avodah Zarah. Therefore, the Torah granted that even Nevi'im will do miracles, you cannot listen to them to do Avodah Zarah. Even if the guy stops the sun in the sky, you can't listen to him. It says, disagrees. Hashem would not allow someone to stop the sun to do Avodah Zarah. Like Ben Azor, what was it referring to? A guy who did a sign is like a prophet, like Hananiah. He made a sign when he was doing the correct prophecy, and then afterward he became a false prophet. So the sign that he was doing was not while he was falsely prophesying. Zomed Bat Kohen, our Mishnah said that the men witnesses of a daughter of a Kohen, and also the one who's with her, will get hanek. Tanwar says, why does it mean that you shall do to him as you try to do his brother? Why have to mention brother? Because Shekol, all women who are killed by the Torah, Zomehen Ubalen Kiyosehen. Their Zomem witnesses, they get Zomem on them, or the people, the adulterers with them, they would get the same mita as like her. Bat Kohen, except in the case of a Bat Kohen, he b'srefa v'en bo'adlah b'srefa. She puts to death by burning, and the man who's with her would get henek. Zomin, the witnesses regarding that, en yodea im la hokshu. I wouldn't know until now whether or not they're included in that. Meaning, I wouldn't know im la hikshu, whether or not there are like the adulterer, whether they get henek, because they're not like the Kohen. Maybe they would be like the Kohenet, and they would get Serifa. It says, "Keshomer la'asud la'achiv, la'achiv lo'achato." Therefore, the Pasuk says to be like his brother, which is the brother, not the sister, meaning you go according to the adulterer, the man, not the woman, and therefore they get Henek and not Serifa. We start Chelik tomorrow.